billion are supportable by revenues. Ibig sabihin, sa susunod na taon, ang gastusin ng gobyerno ay aabot sa 17.3 billion kada araw, but only 12.72 billion per day will be financed by revenue collections every 24 hours. Kaya naman, sa laki po ng aming responsibilidad, 24 oras din magtatrabaho ang DOF para matugunan ang ating pangangailangan. At titiyakin namin na ang bawat sentimo ay mapupunta sa tamang proyekto at programa para sa bayan. Next year, we will strive to not just meet, but exceed our revenue targets to generate more resources, just as our strong fiscal performance this year has demonstrated. I'm happy to announce that total revenue collections for 2024 is expected to reach 4.42 trillion, surpassing the full-year target of 4.27 trillion. As a percentage of GDP, the emerging revenues will climb to 16.7%, the highest in the last 27 years. And our emerging non-tax revenue for 2024 are expected to reach 606.6 billion, the highest ever recorded. These are all because of the hard work and contribution of the Bureau of Internal Revenue, the Bureau of Customs, the Bureau of the Treasury, our privatization team, and our GOCCs. So rest assured, we will work doubly hard to sustain this momentum and adhere to our medium-term fiscal program that reduces our deficit and debt gradually in a realistic manner while creating more jobs, increasing our people's incomes, and decreasing poverty in the process. And on behalf of the economic team, we assure you that from here on, things will just get better because you have a government that works non-stop to deliver the benefits that will keep us progressing as a nation every day. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Manigong bagong taon sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Secretary Recto. May we ask Secretary Pangandaman?
Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Happy New Year po sa ating lahat. Alhamdulillah at may budget na po tayo for 2025. First of all, we would like to thank our President, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., for personally being on top of reviewing the bicameral committee's version of the budget. While the Congress's version was quite different from the proposed budget that we submitted, we are grateful and relieved that the President has made sure that we do not end up with a reenacted budget. As you know, the power of the purse is with the Congress because Congress is supposed to be the voice of the people. Hence, the Department of Budget and Management and even the President himself can only submit a proposed budget to Congress, and in the end, because we have a democratic process that we must follow and respect, we can only exercise what the Constitution provides, which is to veto certain items of the budget. After a careful review by the agencies concerned and with the guidance of our Executive Secretary, who is a former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the President ensured that the budget remained true to our constitutional mandates while exercising his veto power to ensure that the budget ultimately continues to be directed to meeting our agenda for prosperity. Nakikinig po ang ating Pangulo sa taong bayan. That is why, among others, ang program appropriations, which increased by over 300% in the BICAM version of the budget, have been greatly reduced by direct veto. There will also be a conditional implementation of Ayuda sa Kapos ang Kita program or AKAP. Let us enter the new year with renewed hope and determination to achieve the goals towards a bagong Pilipinas that we all aspire for. On our end, patuloy lang po kaming magtatrabaho para sa mas magandang kinabukasan ng ating mga mamamayan at sa kaunlaran ng ating bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Secretary Pangandaman. Secretary Balisacan.
Good morning, everyone. Let me express our gratitude to both chambers of Congress for their timely and diligent efforts in scrutinizing, formulating, and ensuring the passage of the 2025 General Appropriations Act. Their unwavering commitment to completing this critical task underscores the strength of our collective resolve in advancing the nation's development goals and President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s socioeconomic agenda. The 2025 GAA supports the goals outlined in the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028, including attaining our medium-term growth targets as approved by the Development Budget Coordination Committee. The budget prioritizes strategic investments in social services with substantial allocations to education, health, and social welfare programs and infrastructure projects to boost growth and inclusion. These investments are crucial for achieving the PDP's targets related to human capital development and poverty reduction. In line with our commitment to public welfare and fiscal responsibility, the President, as we have heard this morning, has judiciously vetoed certain line items in the budget and set specific conditions for implementing certain programs and projects, including requiring the issuance of guidelines and compliance with pertinent laws, policies, rules, and regulations. This decisive action demonstrates the administration's commitment to our fiscal program by ensuring that planned spending remains within the target deficit ceiling, keeping us on track to meet our medium-term fiscal targets. At the same time, by tightening the conditions for utilizing the budget for various programs, the President ensures that the maximum benefits reach those most deserving of social protection, particularly the near poor. This approach supports inclusive growth by ensuring that economic benefits reach the lower income segments of society, directly contributing to the PDP's goals of reducing poverty and improving the quality of life for our vulnerable populations. As we roll out these projects and programs in the coming year, close collaboration between the executive and legislative branches remains vital. The coming year, 2025, marks a pivotal moment for our country as we enter the midterm of the Marcos administration. This milestone is an opportune time to assess our progress. As we continuously recalibrate our strategies, we assure our fellow Filipinos that we will sustain our gains and accelerate our efforts in areas where we need to catch up to meet our development targets. With today's ceremonial signing of the GAA, we reaffirm our commitment to building a matatag, maginawa at panatag na buhay for all Filipinos. Let us move forward with optimism and determination, ensuring that every peso of the national budget translates into impactful programs and services that improve the lives of our people. Thank you and good morning once again.
Thank you, Secretary Balisacan. May we ask Secretary Bonoan for his opening statement?
Good morning, everybody. Well, we just like to express how deeply we are honored with the full trust and confidence that the President, Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and our legislators have extended to the Department of Public Works and Highways through the fiscal year 2025 budget. We are aware that every peso allocated to the Department of Public Works and Highways projects represents the hard-earned contributions of the Filipino people. It is therefore our responsibility to ensure that these funds are used wisely and efficiently, as well as professionally in the most transparent manner, proving ourselves deserving of the trust placed on us. We are committed to making every cent of their contributions worth by delivering quality infrastructure that drives the national progress. With this, we are tasked to implement more infrastructure projects that are crucial for the socioeconomic development of our country. We are prepared to face potential challenges that may arise and remain steadfast in applying the significant lessons that we have learned over the years as we move forward to another year of service. Rest assured that the Department of Public Works and Highways will continue to work diligently in support of the Bagong Pilipinas agenda, advancing infrastructure that uplifts the lives of our fellow Filipinos. Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Secretary Bonoan. We are now opening the floor for questions from our Malacanang media friends. Pia Gutierrez, ABS-CBN.
Good morning po. May we ask ano po yung mga significant line item vetoes na ginawa ng Pangulo?
26 billion, roughly 26 billion under the Department of Public Works and Highways. Direct veto yon. Bawat isang project po tinanggal natin. Maybe I can ask Secretary Manny Bonoan to explain ano-anong klaseng mga proyekto ito.
Well, many of the projects that had been vetoed are actually some of the projects that we considered that are not totally supportive to the 8-point socioeconomic agenda of the government, of this administration. And besides, I think many of these projects are projects that need to be scrutinized and ready for implementation. These are some of the projects are not ready for implementation at this point in time. So these are the projects that we have deferred up to.
And then there's 168 billion worth of projects that are in unprogrammed appropriations po. Inisa-isa po natin yan kasi nadagdagan po siya. When we did the NEP po, we see to it that yung UA natin, yung UA po kasi standby appropriation yan, di ba? Parang contingent fund. So generally, I mentioned this many times, generally ang contingent po or yung parang is just at least 5% of the total budget. Yan din po yung tinuro sa atin nung nagkaroon tayo ng consultation with IMF, World Bank. So during the NEP po, it's less than 5%. Napakaliit. It's 178 billion pesos. But nung naging po siya, nung napasa na po siya ng BICAM, nag-increase po siya ng 300%. So it's almost 10% of the total budget. So nung nakita po namin yon, binawasan po namin just to be consistent with the 5% yung parang standby fund. So now it's roughly 4.7% of the total budget.
Thank you.